tell me what's wrong.
Nothing's wrong!
We discovered scenes in Encanto that creators probably don't want us talking about. Why? Well, because these scenes involve mistakes. From continuity slip-ups to moments that just don't add up, the Madrigal magic is not as perfect as it seems on the surface. In more ways than one.
Okay, vamos. Okay, vamos. Alright, I'm done.
Number 1. Swapping directions. It's safe to say that no gift basket is probably going to help Mirabel forget the fact that she wasn't given a gift from the miracle.
If I was you, I'll be really sad.
However, if you look closer at the scene where Mirabel gets the basket, you'll notice that there may be actually a little magic happening with the basket. Or an editing error. When the townsman hands over the basket to Mirabel, the items hanging on the outside of the basket are faced toward her. But immediately after in the next shot, the items are facing away from her. Should we be eyeing Casita or the animation team?
Gift or no gift, I am just as special as the rest of my family.
Number 2. Hiding her soft side. Throughout the majority of the film, at least post Mirabel's failed gift ceremony, the audience is faced with Abuela's hard exterior and her obsession with keeping the perfect family image.
And whatever you're doing, stop doing it.
So when Mirabel is singing Family Madrigal through the streets of their town, Abuela isn't exactly impressed.
What are you doing?
But just a few shots before, Abuela can be seen in the background singing and dancing along with Mirabel and the townspeople. What happened here? Could it have been editors needing another character to fill the shot and forgot what editing in Abuela could entail? Or was it just a plain old continuity mistake? Number 3. We don't talk about the order.
No one will know. Just act normal.
The We Don't Talk About Bruno scene is iconic for many reasons.
Don't talk about Bruno.
He would say something terrible, and then crack!
The lyrics, dramatic family members, and Dolores' epic rap sequence, to name a few. But there's another reason why the Madrigals don't want you talking about their family secrets. While Mirabel is putting the prophecy back together, people circle her. The order is Isabel, the lady whose fish died, Felix, Pepe, Camila, and Luisa. But during the scene, when the fish lady is off screen, Dolores replaces her. Number 4. Inconsistent memories.
This candle will give you your gift, mi vida.
Mirabel not receiving a door when she was a child was such a heartbreaking scene to watch. But besides the heartbreak, we spotted something odd when watching the pieces of these moments we got. In the beginning of the film, we see Mirabel reaching for what she thought would become her doorknob with her left hand. But later on in the movie, when Mirabel recalls the memory, she's reaching out with her right hand. Was this a mistake, or were creators trying to express how unreliable memory can be?
You should leave the decorations to someone else.
Number 5. They don't use the metric system. Being an American company, Disney usually makes its films to cater to the knowledge of its American audience. However, sometimes this can become a pretty big factual error. The United States is one of the few countries who do not use the metric system. Instead, they have the imperial system. In Encanto, the songs and lines of the film use American units like feet and miles. But Encanto takes place in Colombia, where they adopted the metric system in 1853. Number 6. How good is her hearing?
Stop pretending you're Dolores so you can have seconds.
Worth a shot.
At one point in the film, Dolores says she's able to hear Luisa's eye twitch at night.
And Luisa, I heard her eye twitching all night.
That gives us a pretty good understanding of just how good her hearing is, which explains her being able to overhear Mirabel's conversation with Augustin about their magic being in danger. But how come she wasn't able to hear Alma talking to Pedro that same night? Or maybe she did. The creators just thought it wasn't camera-worthy. Number 7. Bruno's disappearing staircases. Poor Mirabel just couldn't catch a break in Encanto, especially when it came to navigating the pathway up to Bruno's tower. When she does make it to the top of the tower, a huge gap separates the stairs to the entrance of the prophecy room.
Okay, I can do this. Oh.
But either the tower's design is misleading or the editors made a mistake, because a considerable gap is missing in another shot of the tower. When we get a bird's eye view of Bruno's lair, you can clearly see a platform connecting the door with a set of stairs. Oops.
Oh!
Number 8. Mirabel and the donkey. During surface pressure, Luisa is, well, under a lot of pressure. In other words, we won't put the mistake we're about to tell you on her.
I'm totally not nervous.
At one point, Luisa places Mirabel in front of the donkeys with both their backs facing the field. But in the very next shot, they're facing the opposite way toward the road that leads back to town.
Okay.
This is like the gift basket mistake 2.0. Number 9. Changing positions. While some mistakes in Encanto are pretty noticeable, this one is a little more subtle. Blink and you'll miss it. During this scene where Mirabel is talking to who she thinks is Dolores, but is really Camilo disguised as her, there's a plate of pastries in Dolores' hands that swaps positions in between shots. Was this an editor's mistake, or Casita causing a little mischief? What do you think? Number 10. Adult versus child portraits. We learn a lot about the Madrigals and the miracle through Mirabel wandering around Casita. At one point, we see her look at all the photos taken of her family members the day they received their doors. In each photo, while the Madrigal is a child, their door depicts an adult image of them. However, during Antonio's ceremony, the image on the door is him as a kid. Number 11. What happened in editing? During this scene where Mirabel is handed the doorknob by the children, something funky happens editing-wise. There's one point where the doorknob can't be seen in anyone's hands. Not Mirabel's, not the children's. Then immediately in the next shot, it's back with Mirabel. Someone forgot to animate in the doorknob in one shot.
We made this one for you.
Number 12. Where is Mirabel's? Doors are big in the Madrigal family, and the fact that Mirabel isn't gifted one is a huge focal point in the film. But have you ever questioned why Abuela has a door? Mirabel's reason for no door is because she doesn't have a special gift. Well, neither does Abuela. This could be because Abuela was the first Madrigal to experience the miracle. However, the door situation is never explained well enough to answer why Mirabel doesn't have one but she does. Number 13. How come the town doesn't know?
Oh, Mirabel didn't get one.
A Madrigal gift reveal and door ceremony is portrayed as a huge deal in the town they live in. The Madrigals spice up Casita and host the entire town in their home. That's what makes Mirabel's ceremony even more heartbreaking. She was humiliated in front of everyone. So how come Mirabel was keeping it a secret from the children in town?
What's your gift? Who's asking?
Us?
Wouldn't their parents have spoken about it? It's not necessarily a mistake, but maybe it was something that was added in without consideration to the overall backstory. Number 14. Not following the rules. When Mirabel is belting out Family Madrigal, you can see some men playing the traditional Colombian game Turmequé. The purpose is to throw the metal disc in order to hit some targets full of gunpowder. You're supposed to throw the puck from about 39 feet away, but in the film the men playing are only about 6 feet away. Number 15. Different time period. While we don't have an exact date of when Encanto takes place, it's been confirmed that it's sometime in the first half of the 20th century. In the first half of the 20th century, the Vatican required priests to wear black robes, not the button-down shirt and slacks the Encanto priest is sporting. That uniform only came into play in the mid-1960s. You'll probably never be able to look at Encanto, especially these scenes, the same again. What did you think of these Encanto mistakes? Did you catch any while watching? Or maybe other mistakes we didn't mention in this video? Let us know in the comments section below. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching The Things Animated.